Hey guys, welcome back to Weekly Vlog. For this week, we're going to do a Q&A with Jonathan and I. So, I put a poll on my Instagram story for people to ask questions, so that's what we're going to use today. So the first question is, why did you get back together after breaking up? So if you don't know, Jonathan and I broke up my freshman year of college and I went away to school for 4 months. And we got back together after 4 months because, well, I had been messaging Jonathan like a lot, like telling him I missed him and stuff. And he was like, what did you say? You just need time to like grow, and if it's meant to be, it'll be, basically.
Yeah.
And then when I was I was trying to not message him because I was trying to, have some pride. But then in DC, I was there for the inauguration with my National Guard unit. And my friends were like, it was Valentine's Day, and like we were watching a movie, and I was saying how sad I was. And my friends were like, all right, Sanders, we've had enough of this. We're gonna message him. So 2 of my guy friends took my phone and messaged Jonathan and was like, I miss you, I want to be together. And then soon after that, Jonathan, what made you decide you wanted to be back together?
She raised me up.
I raised him up. And then next thing we were talking again and then planning our date back when I got back from DC, like maybe a month later. And then the rest is history. We've been dating since then. But the reason we broke up was just like the distance wasn't really going well. We kind of grew apart when I went to school. Okay, then the next one, what surprised you with pregnancy or having a newborn? I feel like with pregnancy, I did not know how hard it would be on my body, especially I was 21 my whole pregnancy, and so I feel like I thought it would be a breeze, but it was so hard on my body. And with having a newborn, Jonathan and I were talking about this, and I feel like everyone really hyped it up, making it sound like it was the most horrible thing, like it was going to be so ridiculously hard. And it's actually not nearly as hard as we thought it was. I feel like there was a lot of Facebook mom pages I was on, and they were just so incredibly negative, and I was terrified. I spent probably like 7 months of my pregnancy thinking that I was going to hate motherhood and like really upset and scared and worried, when actually it's really fine. I don't know. I mean, Jonathan does like help so much. That's probably why it's a lot harder for other women, because they don't have the same supportive husband. But for us, it's been fine. Like, we're doing good. We don't feel like we need help or anything. It's been good. So I feel like I wish I knew that it wasn't going to be as like horrible, miserable, sleepless nights, survival mode like everybody that I heard from made it sound like. Do you have anything else to say? Do you feel the same? It's not as hard as we thought.
Not been that bad.
Yeah, it's been good. How many kids do we want?
6.
Yeah, I don't think so. Before we got pregnant, I was always like, oh, however many God gives me. When I was little, I'd always say 100. Oh, okay. And some boys. My mom and grandma knew that I wanted 100 kids. But now that I've been through pregnancy, I don't know. Maybe the next pregnancies would be easier, but this pregnancy was pretty rough, so I don't know. Maybe, I guess whatever happens, but I think 2 sounds lovely. Yeah, but Jonathan, he said 6, so I guess.
Or 8.
I don't know. I feel like 1 is easy, but then you get 2 and then like you're trying to feed the baby and the other one's running around. I don't know. I guess whatever happens, I guess. I'm not really worried about it. Were you trying to get pregnant?
See. I was. She wasn't.
No, you weren't.
I was.
Jonathan has wanted babies since we met, but we weren't actually trying to get pregnant. We were doing a little something called natural family planning, if you know what I mean. and yeah, so natural family planning doesn't always work, but God had a plan, and our little blessing is here, and that's all that matters. Okay, the next question. What are you most excited for as Ezra gets older? What do you think?
Hearing him talk.
Hearing him talk. I'm excited to to see his personality. I really want to know what it's going to be like. Jonathan and I are, like, in some ways we're very similar, but in a lot of ways we're very different. So I really want to know what his personality is going to be like. Because, like, he could be silly, cute. Oh, handsome boy. Oh, you're so cute. What's Daddy doing? I feel like he could be so silly, cute, but he could also be like so sensitive, loving, and caring. He's gonna be a little prince. His middle name is Prince, and he's gonna be a little prince. But I'm really excited to see his personality and see. I want to see his relationship with us. I really hope that we make the best possible relationship that we can. Okay, next question. What do you and Jonathan do for work? So, I am not working right now. I will probably eventually do a remote nursing job, like in the near future, but right now I'm just staying home taking care of him. So I do make a little bit of money from social media, and then selling hairbrushes that I decorate. I make some money from that. And Jonathan works at a restaurant that I can actually see from here. It's perfect. It's walking distance, so that makes me feel really at ease that he's so close, and I can see it from here, so it's perfect. Is that bird? You're a making end. Also, another thing that surprised me about having a newborn is how noisy they are. I think it was maybe his like third day with us or something that I was so scared that I was in tears, and I was like, Jonathan, we have to run to the hospital. Like, something's not right. He's being so noisy. I felt like he was struggling so much. No, he's actually just incredibly noisy. We didn't go to the hospital, but I was about to. And every time that we go to pediatrician appointments, I feel like I have like 10 questions for her. She's like, yeah, it's normal, it's normal, it's normal. But, you know, I just want to make sure he's okay. Hey, handsome boy, why are you struggling? Why are you struggling? See, they're just so loud. They like always sound like they're struggling. There you go.
You don't want it at all?
Did you have jobs lined up when you moved to Florida?
No.
Definitely not the smartest thing we've done, but we were kind of like, it's now or never. If we don't at least try to go right now, right this second, as soon as I graduated, then we're not going to go at all. So we just went for it and didn't have jobs lined up. Hope for the best, prayed for the best. So, not the smartest
Did we
decision.
have a place?
What?
So did we have a place?
No, we didn't have a place either. What I did is I just rented an Airbnb for 15 days, and I was like, well, surely we'll be able to figure out our lives more in 15 days. And then in that 15 days, we found another place to live, and then we lived there while we waited for this house to open up, and now we're staying at this house. So also not the smartest thing being 34 weeks pregnant, but more, I think I was 33 when we moved. Yeah, I was 33. So definitely not the smartest thing, but I was like, God got us. I really feel like it's going to be okay. One way or another, it's going to be fine. Next question. How much was your wedding, and did you pay for it yourself? I kind of lost track because I feel like there's like little things I'm buying here and there, especially decorations. I did not know how much decorations would be. I think I budgeted for like 500 for decorations and ended up spending like at least probably like 4 times that. I don't know, it was something ridiculous. And our wedding ended up being 100% different than we planned because it was supposed to be on the beach, but there was a storm, a really crazy storm, so it was not on the beach. We had to find a venue a few hours beforehand, which Jonathan and his dad did. But anyway, I'm not exactly sure how much total was because of like little expenses here and there, but I want to say it ended up being maybe close to $15,000, which I don't know, I guess, and some people might think that's really cheap, and then some people might say it's really expensive. I feel like the average in the US I think is like $30,000 for a normal wedding, and so we did everything like as cheap as possible, and it was still like $15,000. And as far as who paid for it, so we paid a portion, my parents helped pay a portion, and his parents helped pay a portion, so we all paid for it collectively.
Why did you want to come here
Well,
and not stay at home?
I don't really know why we decided Florida. Well, actually, I just really like the beach. I think the water is nice and clear here. guess like 3 years, maybe even 4, when I was in college, I was dead set on going to the Carolinas. At first it was North Carolina, then I decided south. And we were in love with it. We went to Charleston. We're like, when we went to Charleston, we love it there. So we got married. But when we were in town in Charleston for our wedding, we both kind of said that this like doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like we're supposed to live here. Like, we love it and it's amazing. Maybe we'll retire here or just visit. But something just didn't feel like we should be there. It didn't feel right. And so we were like, okay, like maybe we should go to Florida. And I had been leaning towards Florida, but Jonathan was like, no, like Carolinas. And then I was like, and then like a couple weeks before we moved, I was like, Jonathan, what are we doing? Like, do we want to go to Florida? I was like, I can't decide if we should stay in Southern Illinois or if we should go to Florida. I was like, you decide. He's like, let's go. And I was like, okay, let's go. So I guess we just kind of went for it. But I absolutely love it. And we're here during the worst season because it's the hottest, and it rains a lot. But I still am completely in love with it. So I can't even imagine how great it is all the other seasons if this is the worst season. The worst like 3 months. But it's amazing here. The water is beautiful. Love the ocean. I want to go to sunrise and sunset on the beach every single day. I love this city more than anything. I did not know there could be a city so amazing. I'm in love. And there's a bunch of really, really cool places super close by. Like cute little towns and like islands, like Anna Maria Island. So I'm in love with Florida. I don't know how long we'll stay here or if we'll move somewhere else and then come back here one day. I don't know, but I love it so much. I'm so glad we came here. I think some more. Okay, last question is how many hours of sleep do you get with a newborn? So I feel like some nights are different, but lately we've been having a routine where he usually wakes up like 2 to 3 times a night, which really is amazing. That's not bad at all. So usually say I get him to sleep around 9, so we eat, put him to sleep, and then he'll wake up like maybe at midnight, and then maybe again at 3, and maybe at 6. So really not bad at all. But there are some nights where when he wakes up, he'll be awake for like 2 hours, and it'll take me 2 hours to get him to go back to sleep. But most nights I can get him back to sleep. Like we eat, change his diaper, then eat, and then that all takes like 45 minutes to an hour. But there has been nights it takes 2 to 3 hours to get him to sleep. But overall, I feel pretty good. I mean, he's a good sleeper. I'm really impressed and really grateful. I love you, handsome boy. I love you so much. You're perfect. I love you, handsome. I love you. Your mommy and your daddy love you, and we love each other. We love you, and we love each other. Thanks for watching this week, guys. I hope you guys liked the video. Next week I'll probably be back to my normal weekly vlog, but I just wanted to change it up this week. Say bye, Angela. Bye, cutie pie. See you guys next week.